guys, welcome to another video here on Spiritual Gal. I'm so excited to have you come back with me. If you're returning, thank you, I appreciate it. If you're new, welcome. For future ones, thank you. I just want to show love and gratitude to you all. It's a small community, but it's a really good one, and I feel like it's going to be a gradual process to me to get to the point that I want to get with this channel, but I know that it's meant for me to just enjoy the journey and, you know, appreciate just every single moment. So last week I got one more subscriber and I was like, yes. So I'm just really excited. I'm so excited to have you guys come back with me. And as you can tell from the title, we are talking about imposter syndrome. It's what I feel like I'm dealing with right now. If you can tell from my recent time frames of videos, I don't make one consistently, and I feel like I keep hitting a wall when it comes to feeling like, do I have space? Like, can I take up space in this market of YouTube, spiritual, people? And just in general, like, do I feel like I have a story to tell? Do I feel like that my voice matters? And this is something that I just keep hitting a wall with, and I just want to be able to talk to you guys about it because it's something that's so real. And I feel like a lot of us choose our non-divine path, our mediocre life, our standstill, our stalemate energy because of fear of failure and fear of just not feeling good enough. And I think that imposter syndrome can be an umbrella term for that. And what I mean by that is just the idea that we're frauds and we don't have the knowledge to share. And I also have this idea sometimes from maybe I should just keep healing and keep moving and keep grooving and shaking and all this shit, and maybe I should just wait until I'm a certain level so I can be able to share my gifts and share what I know and share my voice and share my knowledge and share my pain and all that shit. And the universe and God and my angels are telling me that I'm allowed to speak right now where I am, and there's value in that, and I'm allowed to connect with you guys and allowed to say that I'm still healing, I'm still in the muck of it, and I'm allowed to spread my voice and my knowledge. Although I'm not 200,000 subscribers, I'm not such and such weight, I don't have a perfect relationship, blah blah blah. And I think that sometimes we get in the mindset where well, why would people listen to me? I'm not even really there yet. We always have something of value to offer other people, whether it's through just what we've been through, what we know, or through divine order. I do feel that the universe speaks through people, especially if it's something that you need to hear. Have you ever had those moments where you heard something from someone and just want to get the lighting, and then you're like, oh shit, that was exactly what I need to hear right now? And I keep having those moments, and it's just do the damn thing. Just speak, just say what feels right. And obviously without the intention of hurting anybody, but just speak from your heart, speak from your soul, and it'll just flow. And you'll never know how that'll affect other people. Some people will just never tell you hey, what you said to me last year ago, last year during this time, it really affected me, I really need to hear that. A lot of us don't say that. We just kind of let it go to the wayside, but you never know what you say or what you do, how it will affect others in a positive way. And I feel like I've been getting the messages of needing to know that and own it, and I still have these fears of but why does my voice matter? Why does it matter? And that's just my ego, my fear, the devil on my shoulder. So I'm just letting you know that I'm going through it right now. And every time I post a video and I start to get ready to do what I'm meant to be doing, I feel like shit, and the fear is setting in. And I think when you start working for yourself, when you're I'm going to be in my creative energy and I'm going to release my art, or I'm going to release a song, or I'm going to put myself out there, or I'm going to do public speaking, stuff that is I can't hide behind this company or this HR department, or behind a business partner, or sometimes business partners, but I can't hide behind someone else. And that's why a lot of us stay stuck, because if I'm putting 160% of this and it doesn't work out, or people don't receive me, that fucking cuts and it hurts, and it's just am I not good enough? And it brings up all this other stuff. So a lot of us sit and just I'm just gonna be, I'm just going to be stuck. I'm just going to be here. And although we feel there's other things we want to be doing, although we want to put ourselves out there, there's millions of people, I'm sure, and I've seen it, on the New York subways, you see all these artists putting themselves out there and they just never get anywhere. And they're doing the damn thing. So it's just scary if you're someone who has a lot of fears and you want to be a singer, but you're sitting in your room writing all these amazing songs and singing to yourself on your phone, and you never get out there and release it at all, whether it be SoundCloud or YouTube, Facebook, with your friends in the streets. And then you see other people who are just super confident in their abilities, and maybe they're not the most talented if we want to put it on that level, but they know that they'll be successful and they know that they will do it. So they do it. And it's just crazy. It literally comes from the inside out. It's a mindset. It's a perspective shift about how you feel about yourself and what you're willing to put in. So our feelings about ourselves, how worthy we feel, how ready we feel for it, and the consistency that we can do. And I also believe, oh, there's a dog. I also believe that there's never going to be a right time. You're never really going to feel ready. I still don't feel ready for this. I'm going to post a video and feel anxious about it. And that's something I'm working through. But if you're waiting for the right moment, the right time, when I'm finished with this project, or when my first kid gets this age, or when I move to this place, it's always going to be you in a situation. You have to fix you. You have to heal you. You have to look within and say, like, what is it about me that feels like I can't go towards my dreams? Like, what is it actually about me? And what within me is telling me that, like, I'm never going to make it? I think no matter what situation you're in, you're always going to be with yourself. Like, we always are in our own bodies and our own minds. It's not going to change. And unless we change ourselves. And I think that waiting for the right moment and procrastinating is just kind of a defense mechanism. And trust me, I get it. I do that. And I'm just like, oh, I just need this type of camera, or I just need this like situation, or I need this moment in time, or I need to have more inspiration, or I need to feel more creative. Go out there and take a walk, spend time with people, go try new food, like check out a new area, travel. Create and cultivate the space to be creative. You can't just like let it like fall on your doorstep. If you want to be in a perfect relationship, quote unquote, you got to go on dates. You have to figure out what you need and what you want, reflect on who you've been dating, and determine what, like, at that situation was something that, okay, I need to look at myself about this. Like, this is not just the other person. I think that, and for myself too, like, sometimes I feel like things are just gonna fall on my doorstep, and the universe and God is just like, that's not how it works. And of course, manifestation is powerful, but manifestation is a co-creating. I can't just say, I want $1 million. I'm gonna be a millionaire, and just like sit, wait. No, it's not gonna work like that. What it has to happen is that I'm gonna write down in my journal and script and say, I'm a millionaire. I'm wealthy, I'm abundant. Abundant comes to me so easily. Like, and just be in this mind frame, meditate every day, give out love and gratitude, be generous with people, ask my angels, and like give thanks, and say I'm aligned, I'm ready, I know I'm a millionaire, I feel it, I smell it, I am what wealthy looks like, and be in that energy every single day. Do things that feel good, and have fun, and be a light to other people, and before you know it, you are in the aligned path to become a millionaire. And God will give you divine ideas and send you divine people and give you, like, I don't know, this type of inspiration where it suddenly clicks and you're like, oh, like, I met this person and suddenly we're, I don't know, like aligned together where we want to create this business and it's $1 million business. Or I get this idea and I go to the store and I get a lottery ticket and it just feels right and feels good and I scratch it. Like, anything is possible. Like, God resides within each and every one of you. Like, we are our own vessels for miracles. And that we come here as humans and we forget that we are powerful, and we forget that there's no limits. We are limitless. And I think I'm forgetting that if I have this idea for this YouTube channel, and if I know that I'm good at speaking with people, and I know that I can bring change to others, and I'm a catalyst for change, I forget that that is a divine purpose. That is a divine idea. That is divine intervention within my life, for me to have these awakenings and dark nights of the soul, and to go through the situations that I've been through, to be able to come to a place where, like, oh, I need to help people. Like, I have a story to tell. My voice has weight. And the fact that I'm even having these notions means that it's for a purpose. And I sit here and sometimes I'm just like down on myself and I forget, and I look at other people on YouTube and I'm like, well, they're more successful than me. Like, how am I going to get to that place? It just looks so easy, and we just get in our egos. There was times where the people who have the most subscribers on YouTube were crying or stressed or worried or anxious, or maybe dealt with this themselves, imposter syndrome, like, why do I have a place? Regretted a video, was embarrassed or cringy at something, deny their own truth, all these different things. And we think that because it's on Instagram or YouTube and they look so beautiful and amazing and rich, that they didn't go through shit to get there. And even now, like, rich people go through shit. They're people and they have problems. And I think that I've been having this idea in my head that it's like gonna be easy, and if it's not easy, I don't know if I want it. And it's just like not really the reality. And I think that yeah, just coming to terms that we co-create any idea that you have that's helping people and giving you fulfillment is a divine idea, and it's worth exploring. And I think that if more of us stepped into that power and that energy, like, this world would be fucking crazy, because a lot of us are just lost, and a lot of us are just choosing to be stuck because of fears, and fears that are so present and so like can feel so real, but they aren't actually. Like, if you think of any situation that you did for the first time, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm like worried, blah blah blah, like, is this gonna work out, and all the fears that were associated with it, like, if you think about that and put in your mind, think about a time that you were truly fearful about something, most times we can say like, oh, it actually wasn't as bad when it was over, and or I learned a valuable lesson. So either or. Just drink some water, guys. Wasn't really as scary as what we imagined it to be, because our mind can just make it this huge thing and blow it up to astronomical proportions. And with this channel, my biggest fears is that, will people not receive me? Like, am I just gonna be a loser on this channel? Am I never gonna have subscribers? Am I just gonna be like posting videos and obviously, like, I need to go through those moments to appreciate the big moments. I need to rise and grind, and I need to be able to put myself out there and not worry about the consequences, and just knowing that this is my divine truth and divine purpose. And I'm letting you guys know that I'm literally dealing with this, and I'm hitting a wall, and this is one of my next hurdles to go through. And once I like jump over this and go through the muck and just own that this is who I am and I'm allowed to take up space in it, it's just, there's no stopping me. So whatever's holding you back, and whatever you feel like you're not able to do because of fear of failure or rejection, if you have, once again, if you're having this idea and you know you have a gift, like, you know it in your soul's truth, you know you have a gift of song, or a gift of writing, or a gift of art, or a gift of empathy, or a gift of bringing people together, and you know that, it's really important to step into that energy, because that's the only way that you and your soul will truly be fulfilled. And yeah, I mean, it definitely is scary, especially when you're like putting your whole self out there and you're just like, fuck, is this going to be received well? Especially if you've been through like childhood traumas, or just trauma in your relationships where you didn't feel fully received or loved or valued or appreciated. It's so difficult to get over that hurdle. And I suggest meditation, journaling, therapy, whatever you need to do to not make someone else's projections of their lack of feeling like they are good enough or that they could do it and project it onto you. Whatever you can do to release and heal that, I definitely suggest, because imposter syndrome makes you feel like you have no right to even have an opinion on a subject, or no right to take up space in a certain avenue, or no right to even like put yourself out there in a certain way. But you have a right, because you're here, you have a right, and because you have a gift, because you're an extension of God, you have a right. And yeah, once the collective consciousness keeps healing and more people become aware of their gifts, their strengths, their inner power, and go towards their passion and start serving the greater good, this world is going to be fucking crazy in such a positive, beautiful way. And that's why I'm here, to help all of you get to that point. And just a little side note, I have an Etsy shop, and I made these affirmation cards. They're called Spiritual Gal affirmation cards. I really love them, and I was so like happy when I made them, and then I got like nervous, and I'm like, oh, there's so much competition on Etsy, and I just deactivated my store. Got back like 4 months later just to like look at it, and 200 people without no marketing. From, I did marketing in my first YouTube video, but not a lot of people saw that, and I put a link in the description. One person from there, which I'm really grateful, went on my Etsy store and looked at it. But so 199 other people went on my store without any marketing, through all the competition that is on Etsy for tarot cards, affirmation cards, and they looked at my store and they viewed it, and it was a deactivated post. And it's like, what would have been the result if I just trusted in my judgment and trusted in myself that there was value that I had to offer through the space of, holding space in it and on Etsy.com. So yeah, crazy. It was another lesson, like, Najee, you have value to offer. People pay for your value. And saying those affirmations too, guys, like, I have value to offer. People pay for my value. I have value to offer. People pay for my value. The world is better because I'm in it. The world is better because I'm in it. The world is better because I'm in it. I leave the world a better place than I left it. Or like, so, you know, it's like saying affirmations to yourself, knowing that there is value in your word, in your I'm like stuttering so much, guys, but there's value in your word, there's value in your services, there's value with your time. And I was also listening to a podcast, Spiritual Shit podcast, where she was talking about, like, we don't question why there's 10,000 lawyers when we talk about like spiritual businesses, but we question why there's 10,000 Reiki masters or YouTubers looking to spread like collective messages. It's because we're in a world where you know, people who are doing off the beaten path, it's just kind of like, well, why do we need more of them? You know, and it's just not really fair, and it's not the reality. If you feel called to be a Reiki master, a healer, a YouTuber, a spiritual teacher, someone who does retreats, or a life coach, things that are helping people in that space, in the spiritual space, in the community, there's a purpose for that. There's never going to be not a need for that. Right now, we're in a collective shift. We all came here, our souls came down here in human form because we were meant to help and heal the collective. And there has to be an army of us. There has to be. And the reason being is that there's an army of them who aren't, you know, fulfilling their, all my cards just fall. That was a confirmation. There's an army of people who are in their severe ego energy and in the energy of hate and being and doing deplorable, terrible, evil things, as we all know, and I won't speak further on that, but there's an army of us too, and it's time to just rise up the consciousness of your friend and your neighbor and your enemy, and your sister and your brother and your mother, to let them know that there is a better way and there's an opportunity for change, and that we are allowed to take up space and we are allowed to fulfill our purpose and just like love and be loved and be happy in the process and just live this fucking beautiful life, because there's only one of them, at least for now. But I wanted to pull a card. The first one that fell on the floor was don't forget to have fun. And these are just messages that I made just during your spiritual journey, just little messages of reminders and encouragement. So definitely I'm going to put a link on the bottom for my Etsy shop, and check it out if you want to, share it if you want to, like, subscribe, share if you want to, if you feel called to. I'm just going to continue to reflect on the parts of me that need healing, but also knowing that I have a space to take up in, you know, expressing myself and letting you guys know where I'm at and connecting with you all and sharing my voice, my vision, my pain, my past, and all that shit. So I just want to really, really say I love you all so much. You guys are so fucking amazing, and I really hope you're having an amazing, amazing, beautiful day. And yeah, I'm just like so excited, and I just want to talk to you guys soon. All right, well, I love you all so much. Bye.